JD here on morning. I'm in a busy shopping complex on the Gold Coast, and I just thought over this noise I'd actually show you something that I predicted about a month or two ago. Happens to be, sorry, I'll get back then, I think you were nearly up my nostrils at that time. It's a coffee shop in a major shopping complex, and I said to them that if they didn't actually start doing sampling with all of the people walking past, that they would probably go broke. The guy who ran this coffee shop actually knew me, and he asked me for some advice. I just didn't walk in and do a know-all. And just behind me there, you'll see a completely empty coffee shop, because here we are in a major shopping complex with lots of people walking through, and he never thought to do any sampling whatsoever. And by the way, his coffee was pretty ordinary. I'll take you through the coffee shop and show you how it looks now. Okay, this is it. Completely and utterly empty, because he has gone broke. So therefore you'll see, there's a bit hard for you to see because I know that the sunlight is in there, but this is a coffee shop gone bad. And what happened is that when I was, sorry for all this light, it's a terrible thing, isn't it? Terrible flashing here. When I was doing this, I can't find anywhere where you can actually see. When I was talking to him, I said to him, listen mate, your coffee is bad. You can't have a coffee shop and have bad coffee. He said, oh, you think so? I said, yeah, look, I'm a bit of a coffee snob, but it's a terrible cup of coffee. Oh, okay, fair enough. What else do you suggest? I said, what I suggest is there's about 4 million people walking past your coffee shop. Why don't you actually be outside handing out some samples, for God's sake? He said, oh, right. And also he had a pizza bar. The pizza bar is just there behind me, completely empty now. And I said to him, why don't you hand out little samples of pizzas? He said, oh, do you think that would be a good idea? I said, yes, I think it would be a good idea. And look behind me, it is now empty and completely broke. This shop is just closed down. And the reason why I thought I'd post this on a Saturday is because what you need to do is think about sampling. If you own a business, I spoke yesterday in front of about 100 odd people who were at a conference, and about 25 of them actually at the end of my, sorry, you'll get a headache, I've got a headache just looking at that sunlight, but about 25 out of the 100 filled in a form at the end of it and said that they'd like to talk to me about helping them with their marketing and their business. Why? Because I spoke for an hour and a quarter sampling what I do for a living. I showed them how to get more customers. And 25 of them filled in a form and said, we'd love to have a call with you throughout the week. Sampling is what it's all about. Now look, you can't tell me that there was not enough people in this shopping centre to keep this place open, because have a look behind me. Betty Burgers behind me there is jammed, okay? They know what, how to run a business. These poor buggers that were inside this shop here, which is now a ghost town, had no clue. Absolutely no clue. And I said to Gail, my wife, look, I'll set up a little URL called the Business Whisperer. It's a bit silly, but I think I've got a reasonable skill in being able to, freaking you out at the moment with all that rubbish behind me with the sunlight. I've got a reasonable skill in being able to predict when a business is going broke. And if they just listen to me, I think this coffee shop could have still been open, because it was an easy fix. It was a matter of taking advantage of, wait for it, I'll turn the camera around. It was a matter of taking advantage of all of those thousands and thousands of people walking past. All of those thousands of people walking past, they took no advantage of that, and look what happened here. All they had to do was start giving out samples, little mini shot glasses of their coffee, or if it was better coffee by the way, and little pieces of pizza, and now it's completely and utterly empty. It's so sad. Look at that, would you? I don't know how much money they would have wasted on this place. The fit out in here is very expensive. Anyway, so back to me, because it's all about me. Give me a second. Okay, it's not back to me. Here it is. Back to me now. I've got man fingers, I'm sorry, on a Saturday morning. I had too big a thumb trying to press that little button. Message here is, make sure you sample. If you sample, there's a good chance that people will see how good your product or your service is, and you won't end up with an empty business like this. I'm out of here because my wife is angry at me even doing this, because she wants to get in the car and go home. Okay, oh, thank you for those likes, that's very kind of you. G'day Mel, how are you? All the best. Oh, by the way, if you would like to know how to sample and how to do this direct response stuff so that you don't end up with a lame business empty like this, oh, look at this, I'm freaking you out. It's like a disco, isn't it? If you'd like to learn more about this, click the button above, okay? Have a look at my 60-minute webinar, which is called wowmysales.com. And if you like what you see there, you might be able to contact us and we can help you. But yeah, help you not to be like this. Okay guys, all the best.